Welcome to the Boston Echo Board's review course. We will continue on the theme of ultrasound safety and exposure during a clinical echocardiography. As usual, there will be one statement followed by 4 choices for about 30 seconds. Keep an eye on the clock, make the choice within 30 seconds, after which the correct answer will be highlighted, followed by a didactic discussion that relates to the concept that was being tested in that question. Enjoy. So this is another question that relates to ultrasound safety and exposure. That is an important concept for the National Board of Echocardiography examination, and there's a specific section that relates to ultrasound safety and issues related to ultrasound exposure. The first thing that I want to clarify in this one is the difference between absorption and attenuation that are often confused. Attenuation is the loss of energy from propagation of ultrasound into the tissues. There are 2 causes for attenuation. Number one is absorption, and the other one is scattering. Now, absorption is the conversion of ultrasonic energy into heat, whereas scattering is the redirection of the ultrasound beam away from the direction that was originally supposed to go in that phase. So absorption and attenuation are 2 different things. Now, one of the multiple issues in absorption and the tissue characteristics really impact the amount of energy that is absorbed from the ultrasound into the tissues. As the ultrasound energy is absorbed by the tissues, at least to some extent, always, it always happens regardless of what the tissue is. The extent depends on the specific tissue and on what we call tissue absorption characteristics. So, a specific way in which tissue absorption characteristics are quantified is with the absorption coefficient. The absorption coefficient is expressed in decibels per centimeters, that is decibels per centimeters. Because the absorption coefficient is directly proportional to the ultrasonic frequency, the coefficient is often normalized to the frequency for a specific transducer that is emitting the sound at that given moment in time. And that is represented as decibels per centimeters per megahertz. Absorption coefficients vary depending upon the organ or the type of tissue that is being examined or scanned at that time. So fluids, in essence, really absorb a negligible amount of energy. Bone, on the other hand, the absorption coefficient is very high in bone. Dense bone absorbs the energy very quickly and causes the temperature to rise very rapidly. Adult bone absorbs nearly all of the acoustic energy impinging on it, and particularly so fetal bone absorption coefficients vary greatly depending upon the degree of ossification at that time when the ultrasonic scanning happens. I think this was a very important concept that we discussed, and I hope you will learn something about the absorption coefficient and the frequency as being directly proportional.